The Dolmens of Ardudwy. Old bones that once lay beneath old stones, the first in faith here so long ago. Old age that crept upon a chieftain's bones, a dolmen built in respect and in belief. What then of that belief from early man who walked the woods when wild boar still roamed, land cleared as huts of wood were built, crops to be grown to feed a group? Early pastoralists they may have been, whose skills may also have hollowed trunks to make canoes and upon seas to catch fish, whilst amongst the rocks shellfish were sought. Yet there are no signs of middens from these times. How many might be involved to raise capstones weighing several tons? How did they perform such tasks in times before metals were being used? What drove them to carry out the task? The answers we may never know. Why should these folk have raised these stones? What drove them to respect the dead? Was there some belief in a future life? At the least, a belief in some higher power? Stones raised for bones. Not those that made their circles in the hills, to mark the solstice twice each year, nor the single stones whose purpose remains unknown. These stones were raised in some belief. Standing now beside the two dolmens at different Ardudwy, I can feel a peace as rises the morning mist to give way to sun. Are the spirits of those who once lay here still within these grounds? Did their souls find a place for eternal rest? Why should the only souls to be saved have come from some group of tribes in Palestine? Surely his presence was also in these hills, his wonders also upon this countryside. Surely those who eked a living in those times knew more than just the changing of the seasons. I wondered if they prayed as we do now, or just how they gave their thanks to him. Festivals perhaps held, as in Celtic times, for harvests that provided for their livelihood. Now, only yards away a busy road, with a flood of tourists streaming by. Few will stop and visit these old stones, few will pause and wonder why. Some may pass taking the dogs for morning walks, occasionally a visit to take a photograph. Yet these old stones still hold a memory, spirits that might tell a tale if free, revealing their meaning perhaps to you and me.